Hey, I don't know why I'm doing this, because nobody watches these, but I wanted to just, I guess, more or less showcase Oxygen Not Included. This game's very fun. Um, I played it off and on since it launched in 2016. It had some kind of weird issues, but it's also one of those games where they kind of knew like the science and the way things went or moved about like in the environment, and it's very unique. Um, I kind of have this game frozen here because there's a lot of weird worlds. I kind of just want to talk about that. I have played the game a lot. My last cycle, I remember really well because it didn't do very well. This part wasn't there the last time I played, but this game, like, some of the biggest problems are, food, water, too hot, too cold, sickness, stuff like that. I've had colonists die in the worst ways, falling out of the literally suffocating in space because they fell in a world, freezing to death, burning to death, drowning in their own piss, literally poisoning themselves very slowly with the disease and accumulating in total death. So yeah, that kind of leads me to the world here. This game has always been weird because even the ways that cool down at the very start of the game, I don't know what they changed, but it used to be everything kind of generated heat, so that's why I always go frozen. It's very hard to cool yourself off compared to it's like that whole thing. You can always put on layers and stuff when it's cold outside, and it's the same premise here. Geysers and vents kind of useful, a little dangerous because of the pressure and everything. Also, they have a tendency to go up, blow up. Oil. There's another type of oil. Well, there's three things. Like one of them, oil is just there. The other one, the oil has something in it that you have to extract for it to be usable. And this one, where it's just trapped. This is kind of, besides oil just being there, the easiest way. The other way is much more difficult. Metal rich, you can get poor, like mineral or poor metal. Don't want to do that because it's one of those things that you really just need in order to progress. And I kind of just liked it. Likely is a good sign. Life sustaining. Resources is good. Food and oxygen going to be a little iffy on. But besides that, we'll get into it. These weren't there last time. Let me just say that. I think these are kind of reminded me of what Civ 5 has. Where you have like the different endings. Well, I guess it'd be more related to like something like RimWorld, where you have kind of random story events happen that you just have to deal with in the world. We're gonna go ahead and start this game. I will point out there's stuff like a saltwater world and a magma world. Saltwater is kind of a pain because the game kind of realizes that you either have there's also a glacier world. You either have frozen water or you have salt water, and on a saltwater world, theoretically you never have to worry about water because it's all there. It just has to be refined. So they made that kind of a pain to do. I'll explain more in depth, but it's sort of like the old system used to be. Well, you use your piss water, you use your water filled with all the bodily fluids and refine that into actual drinkable water. So I'm just gonna start the game here, see if it actually loads all the way. I like this loading animation because it used to be kind of like a frozen thing, like just it froze in place. Okay, here we go. This is when things get into it. This So you kind of want you don't want everybody to have similar stats. And these two are kind of bad anyway. You also these are kind of easier to deal with, right? His Sentry's like a very niche thing. He has 8 strength, 8 strength. That's good for both. And his stress reaction is an ugly crier. He's just gonna cry. That's all that's gonna happen. Benjeater's bad because you run out of food pretty quickly. Destructive's even worse because they will destroy things. You don't want them not able, like the negative traits, to be a stat that they can't do. So this isn't bad, but it does mean he has a chance to go on the floor. This is okay. You kind of need to manage this is more important than this one, right? So, but this is like decreased, and this is can't do researching. We don't want that. We don't want destructive either. So you're gonna get re-rolled. We'll see what kind of this one goes off of. Don't want that again. This is pretty good. This is actually really good. We have a digger, which is great. I do not like the fact that he's destructive. Yeah, we're probably gonna reroll him. We'll go ahead and reroll him real quick. Already have somebody narcoleptic, not good. Not bad. But he's destructive. Don't really want Benjeater. Ooh, this dude's interesting. You know what? We'll keep you, Joshua. We need a researcher. This dude's kind of all around in the middle. We do need a researcher. I'm just gonna go ahead and reroll. No. That's not the worst in the world. I actually think I actually like you more than I like you. Where's our researcher at? Ooh. He's gonna eat a lot though. Science isn't bad though. Athletics isn't bad either. Kinda want somebody with a high research in science. No. Oh, that guy had it. Oh, she's not bad. Not good. Okay. We don't really have anybody with plants. But that's okay, because we can make that you. We'll rename the colony. Probably gonna name this something weird. I was probably thinking Hamburger Helper HQ. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and embark. Okay, I won't get a target location. King trout, million miles. Imperative. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and pause. So one of the first key things that I like to do when I start these games is kind of take note of what's around us. So the whole way this game works is, which there's a big planet, more or less. You kind of have this whole area. You're gonna always start underground. The biggest thing is to just kind of be taking note of this blue oxygen. It's always going to have that like light blue color. This, what I pointed to earlier, very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad. Ooh, he's unfortunately hungry. This obviously emits oxygen in the early phase of the game. You want to keep that going. We have some water here, which is going to be good for later. Aluminum, a lot of ore around us. Oxygen. I would like to see what what is it? I don't remember what the key binds are. Temperature. Is that T? Okay, so it said it had a frozen core, so I'm kind of hoping we bank on that. As you can see, it's kind of temperate in here. Body signature is giving off body heat. And you obviously have the oxygen, kind of shows you how bad oxygen is. Unbreathable. Quite a lot of places. Just need to let the oxygen diffuse. You got your power, you have your light. Plumbing, don't have that yet. Vents, don't have that yet. The core. One of those weird things. The germ. Become a bigger deal. What's growing, and then different types of rooms. And then you obviously have all these down here. You can set the different priority of things. You can set everybody's schedules. You can check everybody's vitals. Check their schedules. And you can also check their priorities. Then you have your research in the star map, which is later, and then you manage their skills. So that's kind of the whole thing. And then you have all this stuff you can get. Typically what you do is you kind of dig out an area here. You want to leave as much oxalate as possible at the start. The game does start you with some food, shows you our stress, and obviously our cycle. Let's see, and then you have the different speeds. And then you have a red alert, which is basically your emergency button. And then we also have, I mean, that's basically it. First thing actually I'm going to do is kind of set the priorities. You want people doing the things that they want to do the most. Let's see. Tidying. This is supplying. This is storing. All kind of a big deal there. Let's go and boost those. And where's researching? Yeah, we're gonna make that your highest priority. But for right now, you're gonna be digging, and that's kind of it. We need somebody kind of on the building side of it. You'll all be diggers, and that's kind of where we're gonna go. it's kind of like The Sims, where if you kind of let them go on their own, like, and you give them a bunch of priorities depending on the Sim personality, they'll try to complete everything all at once, but they will get overwhelmed. So that's kind of a big deal. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of dig out this way. We don't want to kind of destroy the Oxalite. We don't want to dig over there yet. And then we'll kind of see how this goes. Just going to go ahead and pause it. Spacebar is the pause, by the way. This is like the big deal right here. We need that. And then we'll start working on a wash basin. I'm gonna go ahead and get that stuff started there. The temperature's not too bad. So sort of one of the things you want to start doing is kind of planning out what's going to go on. I kind of like to have various 1, 2, 2 ladders going all the way up, and then we will go ahead and sort of designate an area here for storage. We'll go ahead and just see how they do there. We do need to get some oxygen going. I'm gonna have to get a storage bin going. Some cots, and then we'll get into power when the materials arise there. I'm just gonna go ahead and dig this section here real quick. And then so we're going to use this area more or less as the basis for just sleeping here. As you can see though, it's also kind of a good idea to have doors everywhere. Yeah, and then I also want to go ahead and do this. We'll actually deconstruct both these, and then a couple of ladders. So we're going down here. How's that oxygen looking? Fine. I'll go ahead and do this. Just probably, yeah, we'll do that for now. We sort of, okay, cancel that. Sort of want this whole area here to more or less just be where we're going to do our power generation. I kind of like to do this and more or less make it like a double tiled thing. Ideally, this is what we would do. We're just going to have to, yeah, uproot all the, well, just uproot that one. And we'll put this on like a priority. Actually make that priority 9. You can see how they go. Oh yeah, before I forget, and we have the actual ability to do so. 3. Kind of thinking about what I want to do here in terms of the base. This whole area is going to be mined out. Let's see how we do from there. Okay, they're all hungry. This will be water over here. Carbon monoxide there. I'm trying to think of what we're going to do here. Actually, I might just leave this video here. I know we're just getting started, but whenever I get back, I'll actually have a game plan going. I just kind of wanted to get my foot in the water here.